No, I don't believe that that's going to happen. Let's see what the Bible says. Read.
For what if some did not believe?
Hey, what if some of these Edomites don't believe that the so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians going to get justice and revenge? Read.
Shall the faith, Salakia, shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
So just because you don't believe, do you think it's not going to happen? No, read.
God forbid.
God forbid, man. Right? So you're going into captivity, thus because the Lord said it, man. Go ahead.
Let God be true, but every man a liar.
Hey, let God be true and every man a liar, man. Right? Hey, just like the Bible prophesied that we were going to slavery on ships, and it happened, the Lord prophesied that we're going to put y'all in slavery. It's going to happen. All right? Give me Amos 3 and 7 real quick.
Let's go.
Give me Amos 3 and 7. Hey, the prophets come out here and prophesy first and warn the people, and then the destruction come. How you doing, brother? You know your nationality? You got 5 minutes? Give me 5 minutes. Let me ask you a question. What would you say your nationality is? Jamaican? You believe in the Bible? All right, so where's Jamaica in the Bible? Do you know what Jamaica means? When you say I'm Jamaican, it means land of wood and water. Are you a land of wood and water? No, right? So the Lord created 18 nations of people, and He never called nobody a Jamaican. How'd you become a Jamaican? See that thing? Get Psalms 49 and 11. I'm gonna show you real quick. All right? Because these names was given us. All right? They put these names on us. If we the same people, how is one people American black? How is some of us West Indians? Some of us Haitians? Right? Why we got different names if we the same people? Some of us Cubans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, right? See that? Read.
Book of Psalms, chapter 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
So they think it's going to last forever. Nobody's going to bring America down. Read.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
So in 2020, my dear brother thinks he's a Jamaican, man. Some of our people come up here and they tell us they black, right? But your jacket is black. See that? That's a Crayola. Are we Crayolas? No, we're not Crayolas, right? Read.
They called their lands after their own names.
They did what?
Called their lands after their own names.
They called their lands after their own names. So when you go into slavery, they re-change the names of the land and they put their names on it, and then they put it on you. All right? Now I'm going to show you who you really are. Give me Deuteronomy 1 and 1 real quick. I'm going to show you who you are. I'm going to show you we're the greatest people on the planet, man. All right? Thus saith the Lord. Because you say you believe in the Bible, right? So, oh, he said he did? All right, well, you're going to believe after this. All right? Read this.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
To everybody.
Unto all Israel.
So who is Moses speaking to? All Israel. Even he can understand it. That's why it's good you weren't in Christianity. Because some of these Christians, man, Christianity is crack, bro. Because you can read that to them and they'll say everybody. Read it again. He talking to everybody. No, he's talking to Israel. All right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Because you know about this, right? You don't know about this, man? You never seen 12 Years a Slave? Django Unchained? You saw Django, right? They don't teach you about this in school? Right? So how do we get over here? As far as you know, how do we get to America? Did we take American Airlines? Boats, right? Came over here on a ship, all right? And they brought us in slavery. So let's see what the Bible says about that. Read.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou would not hearken unto the voice.
Hey, they tell us, you seen the movies, but they'll never tell us why. If we are equal and God loves everybody, why this happen to us? Why we in the ghettos, bro? Why we on the bottom? Right? Why you go to one side of town, it's the so-called white man, and then you go to the ghettos, it's us. Even if you live in a nice neighborhood, for the most part, it's our people when you think of the ghettos. No matter where you go. Right? Read.
If thou would not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these what?
Curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So we established that he's talking to one group of people, the Israelites. He said if you break the commandments, all these curses are going to come upon you. So the Lord gave Moses commandments to give to us that we came into a covenant that we would keep. Let's go through some of these curses. Read.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Oh, We cursed in the city.
Yo.
Do we get shot down
got
and
a
don't
card?
get by the police?
Got a card? Yeah.
Give a card. Right? Are we the last hired first fired? You know, the so-called white man's income, as on average, is $77,000 a year. Guess what it is for us? 30,000. You see that? That sound like equality? And we work just as hard, right? Well, we busy making him all this money because we have to work for him, right? Read.
What did you read? Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
You look on this sign right here. These are foreparents, and these are real pictures. In the cotton field, man. In the sugarcane field, the tobacco field. That's being cursed in the field. Being forced to be out there with your children. They didn't care if you was young or old. Picking cotton for them. Making them rich. Right? From sun up to sundown. Right? Work, getting your back bit in. Getting home from trees. Look at these brothers, man. Look at this brother back, man. Look at our brother back right here. Right? You see that? Read. That's a curse, man.
And Deuteronomy 28 and 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
Right, you looking at the sign, you know anything about that, Mr. So-called white man? Right, that's gonna be his back soon, man, according to the Bible. See that white man, his back gonna be just like that, man. Read.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
So the Lord said, we an astonishment today, right? A proverb and a byword. What's a byword? I asked you your nationality, you said Jamaican. That's a byword, being called outside your God-given name, right? That's Bible prophecy. Read.
Among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead.
Hey, we among all nations. Hey, you got the China man here. You got the so-called white man here, right? You got the Arab man here, right? Read.
And they shall be, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
These curses that we're reading to you are for a sign and for a wonder to make you think, damn, I ain't no land of wood and water. You know what I'm saying? The Lord never called nobody no Jamaican. Right? That's what these curses do. It stir up your memory. Read.
And upon thy seed forever, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
Wait a minute. He said we're going to serve our enemies in hunger. So when you want food, where did you get that from? What? 7-Eleven. Who owns the 7-Eleven? Do the Jamaicans own 7-Eleven? Do white man, right? Walmart. Who owns the Walmarts? Who owns the We don't own them. That's the point. Read.
And in thirst,
when you want something to drink, you got to go to your enemies. You got to go to their stores, right? Water was used to be supposed to be free. Who put the cement down? If you don't pay your water bill, who's gonna come cut your water off? Your enemy. Read.
And in nakedness,
when you want clothes on your back. Now, and I know you know this. We don't own no textile mills, right? So we got to go to them to get clothes on our back, right? They own all the textile mills and the clothes. Even if you got your own clothing company, you got to go to him to get your fabrics, to get everything made, right? Read.
And in want of all things.
Education. And in want of all things. You got to go to his education system. He's going to tell you about Christopher Columbus and all his white people. He's going to tell you his story. He's not going to tell you the truth about who you are. He ain't going to read what we reading to you, right? Driver's license, you got to go to this man. Right? If you want to start your own business, you got to go to this man and get permission. You might have to go get a certificate. He might make you take a test. Right? But they stole this damn land. It's not even their land. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee.
Who had yokes of iron on their neck? Who had yokes of iron on their neck on Django? When you watch that movie, who did you see with yokes of iron? Did they put white people in there with yokes of iron? It was all people that look like us, right? Read.
Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
You know what that's talking about? So we used to be tender and delicate. How you doing, brother? Right? But now we mean mug each other. This nigga looking at. You ever heard of black on black crime? You ever heard of Chinese on Chinese crime? You never heard of that, brother. Brother, you never heard of Chinese on Chinese crime, brother. Read.
Very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
Talking about the people on this side, our eyes evil toward one another, man. Shalom, brother. Come over here and talk to us, man. Real thing. Are we trying to sneak off over there?
And towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children,
So the Lord was saying we will leave our children. So a lot of our women will be single mothers, right? Read.
which he shall leave. Deuteronomy 28:64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
So the Lord said these people are going to be scattered all over the earth, right? Read.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
So when we got in captivity, we'll be serving white Jesus and Christianity, the stone, the cross, the wooden cross, right? Islam, the cobblestone. Read.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now the Lord said he's going to bring us into slavery again. We just came out of Egypt, right? We walked out of Egypt. The Lord split the sea. He gave us the commandments, right? And now he's telling us what's going to happen if we broke those commandments. He said, I'm going to bring you into slavery again. No, right? You don't need a ship. They didn't need a ship. They walked in and walked out. And I asked you how we got over here, and you said a ship, right? Right? They will say it again.
Like the bus?
So you think we
Yeah.
Africans? You're not African, brother. That's another lie. I'm gonna show you something, all right? Africans sold Israelites.
Right.
All right? That's the lie that they teach you in school. All right? That's why the Lord got us out here to tell you the truth. We're gonna show you. Because why didn't the sign say Africans and whites only? Why did it say Negroes? Why did it say colored? Why wasn't they calling us? When did we become African American? 1983. Right? So when did they figure out because they know we're not Africans. Right? Read this.
This is the Bible, Donovan Bible Compact Dictionary. Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
So Africa, like we read Psalms 49 earlier, they called their lands after their own name. You don't find Africa in the Bible. And so white man named Scipio Africanus, he defeated Hannibal in the Second Punic Wars, and he named that landmass Africa. So we really calling ourselves by two white people. But in the Bible, that's known as the land of Ham. So those are the Hamites, the so-called dark races. Right?
The youngest son of Noah, born probably 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
So he's the father of the dark races. Come on.
Not the Negroes.
But what?
Not the Negroes.
But not the Negroes. Right? Give me a little bit. Give me Exodus 11:7. So they even know them. So when they tell you that black people sold black people, is Asians and Japanese the same people? No, they different people, but they look alike. So just because you got everybody on the earth was dark during that time, it wasn't no so-called white people. See what I'm saying? But we not the same people. Watch this. Read this.
Book of Exodus chapter 11 verse 7. But again, any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
The Lord said he called these nations dogs. He said they can't speak against the people on the side. We God's people. Read.
Against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
So he put a difference between the Israelites and the Africans, the Egyptians. The Egyptians are Hamites, they Africans, right? So they were selling us. Get page 84 in here for the brothers. How do we get in Africa? How did they know, out of all the people in that land, how did they know to come get us and bring us over here in slavery? How did they know to come to the West Coast where we was? Right, read this.
Book, this is the book of Babylon to Timbuktu, page 84. During the period from Pompeii to
Hey,
Julius,
you can close the Bible. This is history. All right, read this.
during the period from Pompeii to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
They did what?
Fled into Africa,
Come on.
fleeing from the Roman persecution and slavery.
So we fled from our land, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. All right, that's how we got into Africa. Because why would we flee up into Europe? We fled into Africa to other dark people so we can blend in. Just like when the angel told Joseph and Mary to take baby Jesus, so-called Jesus, his name is Yahweh, into Africa to hide him from King Herod because he wanted to kill him. He told him to go into Africa so he can blend in, so he can hide. He can't hide amongst white people. You see that? So we fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution. Read.
The slave market were full of black Jewish slaves.
That's why the prime minister over there in Palestine said, how did the Jews leave black and come back white? You see the lies? right? So we not Africans. Africans sold Israelites. And I can show you that in the Bible too. Give me Joel chapter 3. I'm gonna show you that real quick. So now you go tell your teacher she a damn lie. All right? Start at 4. Hold on, where does it say Tyree and going on? All right, start at 3. Start at 2. Start at 2.
Listen to this,
The
bro.
book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 2. And now
And these are prophecies because they was written and prophesied before they happened. Everything that happened in history is already written in the Bible. All right, read this.
the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
So Valley of Jehoshaphat is a word that means God's decision. So he's going to, this is an end time prophet. He's going to bring all these, because all these nations get ready to go to World War III. That's why everybody got nuclear missiles. You got Iran bucking up. You got China. You got Russia, right? All these nations get ready to go to war. And they all going to go fight down in the Valley of Jehoshaphat over there in the Middle East. Read.
And I will plead with them there for my people.
For my people, us, because they all had a hand in our captivity. When he say he plead with them, he's going to destroy them. Read.
And for my heritage, Israel,
Israel. This whole Bible is for us, from Genesis to Revelations. Read.
whom they have scattered among,
Whom they what?
have scattered
They scattered us on ships in slavery. Read.
among the nations,
Among all nations. Sub-Saharan slave trade was what? The Arabs had it in slavery, right? The transatlantic. We about to read the transatlantic slave trade in the Bible. Read.
and parted my land, and they have cast.
Hey, when they parted the land, you ever heard of the Suez Canal? Well, they separated Israel from Africa. They built that Suez Canal, that canal right there. That's what he's talking about. They parted the land to try to make it like they were different. The land of Africa is different. Parted the land and they set that up, right? Read.
And they cast lots for my people,
And they cast lots for the children of Israel. Read.
and have given a boy for an harlot.
A
and
what?
A boy for an
They
harlot,
giving a
Boy for an what's a harlot? A whore, a hoe, right? A woman, right? Just like they did over here. They were selling us. So that's called a trade. That's what the transatlantic slave trade was about. All right? We'll give you a slave boy, right? Bring us some women. Read.
and sold a girl for wine.
A girl for wine. Hey, you take this Israelite woman, put them on the ship, and you bring us. So basically, the so-called white man was bringing them stuff and making a trade. That's the transatlantic slave trade. Read.
That they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Tyree and Zidon are talking about the so-called Africans. All right, the Hamites. Read. Those are the sons of Ham. Read.
And all the coasts of
So
Palestine,
the Most High said, "What the hell y'all got to do with me?" Read.
will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense unto your own head? Because ye have taken my silver and my gold,
You taking my silver and my gold. Come on,
and
my people.
have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
Because they took everything from us. That's why we on the bottom. We don't got nothing. Right? They tore down our temples and they took all our gold. They took everything. Read.
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem,
The children of Judah, the so-called American blacks, the real Jews, the 3 tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. So you would be a Jew today. You would be from the tribe of Benjamin. Read.
have ye sold unto the Greeks.
Wait a minute. Who are the Grecians? So Tyre and Zidon sold the Jews to the so-called white man, the Greeks. But the Bible don't use these terms that they use today. Because is they white? You ever seen a white person? You ever seen anybody the color of this paper? They're not white. They red. They known as Edom in the Bible, right? So the Africans sold us to the so-called white man in the transatlantic slave trade. Read.
To the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border.
That
They may remove us far from our homeland. Now we all the way over here in the Western world calling ourselves Jamaicans, right? Black people. You see that? Read.
Book of Amos, chapter 1, verse 9. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity
They delivered up, they sold all of us, man. Read.
to Edom.
To who?
Edom.
To the Edomites, the so-called white man. You see that? So We're talking about one dark nation sold all these people, man. Or Judah, the Jews. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the so-called blacks, or Negroes. You see that? In the Bible. Prophecy. Now go back to 2868 real quick. So what are we trying to say? We're telling you that, how old are you? 19, so you still kind of young, that's why you kind of. So what we're showing you is, you're an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. All right, and you God's chosen people. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. That's important, right? Let me show you what the Lord said about the Israelites. This is your history book right here, right? That's why they don't want you to believe in it, man. They want you to believe this is the white man's book, right? But we're going to show you what this Bible says about the white man. Read it.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Now, remember we read earlier Deuteronomy 1:1. He said, these be the words which Moses spoke unto Israel, right? So this still Deuteronomy, still talking to the Israelites. Read.
The Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people.
To be a what?
Special people.
The Lord chose you to be special. Come on.
Unto himself. Above all people.
Nah, everybody the same.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Our pastor don't read that. We are above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Right? Are we better at everything? Can a white boy beat you in basketball? Is he stronger than you? Read.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you.
The Lord what?
Loved you.
The Lord loved us, come on.
And because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh.
Talking about the hand of Pharaoh, talking about the Egyptians. We was in captivity under the Egyptians. And the Lord came and delivered us out of that. And he gave us commandments. It's like, good.
Speak up a little bit, bro. I just want to hear you. You said what?
I was believing in this going to solve the problem.
Give me 2 Chronicles 7:14. All right, now that's a great question. That's a good question. So the brother said, how is me believing in this? You saying all this to say what? And, all right, we the Israelites, we God chosen people, right? How is that going to help me in the situation that I am right now? That's a beautiful question, man. 7:14. Read.
Book of 2 Chronicles, chapter.
So first you got to understand why you're going through what you're going through. And the reason why we're on the bottom, because remember the Lord just said we're above all people, we're better than anybody. But because we broke his commandments, we disobeyed. Hold that and give me Amos 3:2. Because we sinned against our God, we turned our backs on our God and started following the other nations, right? The Lord punished us and he said all these curses are going to come upon us. So you suffering a curse right now. We cursed as a people, right? Read this.
Book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So the Lord said he only know us, right? Read.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So the Lord said he could punish these people for all our iniquities. Just like if you got a son, right? And your son bring his friends over, right? And they tear up your house. And you told him before you left, hey, don't let them tear up my house. And you get back in your house to him. Are you going to get on his friends or are you going to deal with your son? You're going to deal with your son, right? Because he know the rules of your house. So the Lord made a covenant with us. Give me Psalm 147:19. The Lord is only dealing with us. He's not dealing with these other nations. Right, only 1/3, but that's just because the 2/3 won't repent. But he still loves us. Right. It's gonna make it.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, everybody gonna rise back up. Everybody gonna rise back up, but at the same time, it's only gonna be a third. They're gonna
Right. Go ahead. But I still want to answer your first question. You can ask me that, but I still. Go ahead.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God.
So you got to learn how to fear the Lord again. All right, read.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna show you. Finish that though.
Salakia. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
To do what?
Keep the commandments of the Lord.
We don't keep no commandments. See that? Go ahead.
Done. Right.
Psalms 111. Brother, you're an Israelite, all right?
Right.
Don't forget that. All right? You got to keep the commandments.
I got you. All that. Finances, poverty. A lot about people in poverty. I'm gonna show you. First, you gotta know why, the cause of it. First. Right. So everything you just named is a part of the curses. Right. So go back to that one. First King. First King. 8.
Like 6:30.
No.
6:27.
27 scriptures, 27 books in the New Testament.
Which one? First Corinthians.
Listen to this, brother. Let's answer all your questions.
Book-
Since you already understand what happened and why this happened to us, you want to know how can we help the situation now. Read this.
Book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 47. Yet if they shall bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captive,
We in the land we was carried captive. We in the land where all this happened to us. All this stuff still happening to us today. Read. Then the Lord is asking us to rethink ourselves. Come on.
and repent,
Do what?
repent,
Repent means change. Read.
and make supplications unto thee in the land of them that carried them captive, saying,
So the Lord is saying right here, in the midst of our enemies, we got to do it right here. That's what he's waiting on. Read.
we have sinned and have done perversely,
You got to acknowledge that you in sin and that we are some wicked people. We sin against our God. Read.
we have committed wickedness, and so return unto thee with all their heart and with all their soul, and the land of their enemies, which led them away captive, and pray unto thee toward their land, which thou gavest unto their fathers, the city which thou hast chosen, and the house which I have built for thy name. Then hear thou their prayer,
Then the Lord is going to hear us. Read.
and their supplication in heaven thy dwelling place, and maintain their cause.
Well, we're a nation. The Lord judged us as a nation. So I'm gonna give you an example. So Daniel, let me. You asked so many questions, brother. You got one thing at a time. We don't have an army, so our strength is in the Lord. All right. We don't need to defend ourselves. The Lord is going to defend us. That's the whole point. Right? But let me ask you a question. Give me. All right, brother. But Jake don't want to keep no commandments, right? Jake want to get out of the situation, but Jake don't want to keep no commandments, right? Give me Hosea 13:9. So you know you're Israelite? So what you waiting on, brother? Huh? So, I'm sorry, what? Well, your fringes, brother. Hold on, wait, brother. What? Jake is destroyed. So why you running, brother? Brother, why you running? Brother, why you running? Why you running? Give me Proverbs 28:1. Right, I read the brother's spirit from the jump. Read this.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 1. The wicked flee.
The what?
The wicked flee.
The what?
The wicked flee.
The wicked flee. Run, read.
When no man pursue
Ain't
it.
nobody chased. We were just talking, read.
But the righteous are as bold as a lion.
Yeah, man, get out of here with all that, man. That's what he was talking about. That's why I heard him say, "I'm with you when you right." Because he was sitting over there when Esau.
Oh,
So I ain't gonna preach. Hey, where your fringes, brother? That's what I asked you.